computer. All right, guys. So it is time to rock a brand new year. And you're all here. Look at all these beautiful faces. I got vision boards behind me, candles that smell like straight goodness. And we're going to jump right in. All right, everybody. First thing you guys all should be printing and having next to you are the brand new Success Club trackers. If you've ever used business activity trackers before, if you used Win the Week last year, all of them, they're done. Like nothing compares. The breakdown of this is incredible. It is literally sectioned by the new 4 vital behaviors. So we have brand new vitals for those of you guys who are a couple years in, a couple months in, a couple days in, brand new vital behaviors that are everything, like exactly why we should be coaching, how we should be coaching. I don't know why it took this long to get amazing vitals like this, because the other ones were, to me, just like so dry and like, do this and do that. And I don't want to coach like that. And I don't want to have a team like that. So these are amazing and they're personal and they're empowering. And your tracker is going to literally tell you exactly what to do. Like my favorite one on here, one of your tasks that should take 25 minutes of your day is respond to all new likes, new comments, and views. So for those of you guys who come at me and come at other people and you're like, I don't have anyone that's commenting yet, like I'm a brand new coach, guess what? People are watching you. People are stalking. Like that's what social media is. We all stalk everyone's lives. It's just what we do. It's totally cool. So you go to your views. Like Instagram story is life, okay? Like as a brand new coach, as a coach for a couple years, we didn't have that greatness. And so it was like trying to find the people who were watching you took a lot of investigating. Probably why I'm like A+ stalker and investigator. But anyway, you can go look at your Instagram stories and the little circles show up there, like who viewed your stuff, and you go message them like, hey girl, thanks so much for following. Hope you have a good day. Like it doesn't need to be crazy. You don't need to be gross and be like, I have a challenge group going on Facebook. I think you'd be really great over here. You look like you like fitness. You don't need to do all that. We all get blown up from that enough, right? You know, like I have a private group on Facebook. I think you'd be really great. That's great. So I love that it's super specific and tells you exactly what to do. So that is checkbox 1 of this call, Success Tracker. A really cool tip that was shared in some other page was that she actually went to like Staples or wherever, took the file and went and had it printed like front and back, and then made a spiralized notebook out of them because it's 2 pages. Like the second page is like the people that you're contacting. And so she did that as like a front and back, and then made a spiralized notebook out of it so that you just have a notebook of exactly what you're doing and who you're talking to. All right. So the next thing I want to cover is I really, really want us to invest more into Super Saturday this year. I know that me being a complete failure as that example, because my husband's in law enforcement and Saturday is never an option for us. I can count on one hand how many Super Saturdays I've been to. However, if you want something different, you have to do something different. So we coordinated as a family so that I could invest more for 2019. And because of what I bring to the table, it was only fair for us to make these compromises. So my husband will now be working a double on Sunday, an 18-hour shift, so that he has off Saturdays. So one quarter, so once a quarter, I can go to a Super Saturday so that we can host our once a quarter, sneak peek on Facebook together. And so I want you guys to be looking at that. The next one, now they're called Super Weekends. And the next one is April 13th and 14th. All you have to do is go into your Coach Online office and search Super Weekend. and a map will come up and you can literally click where you are to find out the one that's closest to you. Sometimes they're literally like in someone's garage. They literally could just be like, if you live in a really small little town and there's not a lot going around you, there's coaches everywhere. So you could end up going into one that's just you and a couple of girls hanging out, doing a workout together, having a shake, and then watching the huge, event video where they share all these new exciting things that are going on. So I'm excited to, just improve that as a whole, as a team this year together. Something else I want to share with you guys is something else that was pointed out to me, and I'm like, hello, yes. So we're always really good, for the most part, about, showing our before pictures at the beginning of a program time. And then we do our work, and then we do it, a 3-week program, 4, 5, 6, whatever it is, and then we show the results. Well, guess what? That is kind of inspiring, right? Like, oh, wow, look, she had a transformation. But what's even more inspiring is picking a day of the week that is maybe a slower day for you. And every single Tuesday, I just threw that one out there. That's obviously Transformation Tuesday, but whatever. Like if it's every Thursday that works for you, take your weekly picture so that you can show like week 0 to 1, week 0 to 2, week 0 to 8. Instead of you going from 0 to 8, because for people who haven't started yet, you go from 0 to perfect in their eyes. And they're like, great, I can never do that. And we've all been in that. We've all been in those shoes. Like, well, that works for her. They don't understand that we've been there too. And we still say that kind of stuff. Like, well, that only works for her because she has good genes. Like her mom doesn't have a flat butt, like little do we know she's over there like hammering it out, trying to build herself a booty. So showing your progress every single week shows them that you built your booty, shows them that you're working on that loose skin and your muffin top, right? So, comparing that 0 to 1, 0 to 2, and just picking a day. And extra credit if you guys do the same outfit. I can tell you as a coach how freaking inspiring that is. And what I do is I take the pictures in that and I put it right back in the drawer. I don't even wear it to work out. I don't do anything in it. I put it on, I take the picture, and I put it right back in a little ball, put it right back in the drawer. So just an idea. And okay, for those of you guys who are on this call that are my personally sponsored coaches, I just want to make sure you guys are aware that today is the 21st. So you guys have 10 days, deep breath, Melissa Rose, I see you, girl, to get in and qualify to go into Rob and Chelsea's, Push to Diamond group. So the qualifications for that are hitting Success Club for this month and being an Emerald coach. If this is new information to you because it's your first time on a call, just message me after if getting into a Push to Diamond group is something that you want to do, and we'll talk more. So, all right, I'm going to jump into this, and this is where you guys are definitely going to, hopefully you've taken notes of those things and, little bits and pieces, but this is going to help you guys a lot as a start to a new year, even maybe being stuck where you are, and just ways to really help people regardless. Like instead of just having this one little area of this one program that you're doing, this will allow you to serve the way that, we feel, the need to. Hold on, my heat is like really warm and it's driving me crazy. I'll be back. Okay. I actually went and took a shot of tequila. Just kidding. Totally joking. All right. So the 4 groups. And first of all, hey, Melissa Pro. What's up, girl? So the 4 groups. The first one that is an option that we can talk about, promote for, to get people plugged into is your 2B mindset group. You have people who are watching you that want to lose weight, want to feel better, want a better life, but they are not inspired by your workouts. They don't want to work out. They don't like your step idea. They don't like it. They don't see the value in it. Maybe they have bad knees. Maybe they just have things that they know they do not want to work out. And because we are so program focused, because we get so wrapped up in a new program launch, we don't ever get to talk to those people. We don't ever get to, specifically reach out and relate to those people. So by you talking in your Instagram stories, you making posts on your Facebook, making posts on your Instagram, talking about a mindset shift group, a healthy mindset group, a nutrition focused group. Nowhere in there will you say a to-be mindset group. You'll have a mindset shift, a how to have a healthy relationship with food group, how to get your mind right? The whole concept is mindset, because that is where we as women are screwed up when it comes to food. We're like, oh my gosh, I ate 6 cookies and I'm going to be depressed for 2 days. Instead of just like, hey, I'm going to do a double tomorrow and I'm going to drink a gallon of water because I had 6 cookies, right? Like, it's Christmas. Have 6 cookies. Eat the dough too, okay? Like, it's cool. So we want to teach people that when they do those things, they don't need to punish themselves. We're not going to punish them. We're going to teach them that they can get through that without, beating themselves up about it. So your first group, To Be Mindset group, all about the mindset. You are going to have recipes in there. You guys, if you look into like the bod squads that you guys are in, the challenge groups that you guys are in, there's incredible recipes with incredible images that Marcy has created, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. You guys can literally go in and save those and bring them over. And then you can go into the Beachbody blog and look at all the To Be Mindset recipes and literally copy and paste and save images. And here's the thing. I mentioned 4 groups and you're like, holy moly, that's a lot. This is going to be you're going to schedule these. This is not going to be an additional thing on your plate. We're all busy. We're all overwhelmed. It's not going to be an additional thing on your plate. But you guys know, I've told you from day one, and I'll tell you until I die, if you view coaching as an additional thing on your plate, you're going to fail anyway. This is a blessing. This is a gift. This is an incredible career opportunity and an incredible thing that we get to do. The moment you feel that this is an additional thing on your plate, your mindset is in the wrong place and you got to refocus. All right, so you're going to schedule these posts to go in, and there's going to be like a recipe that goes up in the morning. It's like, hey, this is a To Be Mindset recipe. They now know it's To Be Mindset. They had to purchase the To Be Mindset, to go in there. So it's not going to be additional stuff. It'll be tons of recipes, a place for you to help people and serve people without them worrying or being overwhelmed about a program. So the schedule post goes up, you check in with your people once a week, okay? The next group that you're going to be offering and inviting people into is your program focused group. So like, what's so big right now? What are we doing? Transformation 20. So you have a specific group for that because we're working for Beachbody. So we should be doing what they're just presented to us. They just gave us this incredible material. And for most of us, we have access to it before the rest of the world. So why not capitalize on that? We get to get transformations from this program before people even have the chance to do it. This doesn't come out until April. It's January and we're starting week 2. So we get to get results by the time people are like, oh, what's this program? We're like, oh, here's my transformation from it. So a focus program, this is where you are invested. This is where you are the best challenger, because that's how we set the example. Oh, made my shake. Oh, did my workout. Oh, here's my meal prep. Today, super crappy day with my kids. Super crazy storm outside, 4 degrees. I was like, got to get to the grocery store, got to get my meal prep. It's just like, you got to figure things out, and then post that stuff, share that stuff. I put mine in a podcast episode, but hey, blow it up in your challenge groups too. Like put that food in there, put that you're showing up. So you're invested in this one. You are being the best challenger you can be for setting the example. There's no need to schedule anything because girl, you're doing it. Like that's the program you are doing. So you do your workout, you post your stuff. You go live in there whenever you want. You are all in 100%. And that's your number one focus. That is your number one group. Your third group is your all access, all program group. You will get people that don't want to do what is the focus program right now. You will get people that don't want to, they may be in the middle of something. Samantha and I were just talking today that she is rocking out Lift 4 and she's not going to, cut herself off because, Transform 20 when she's been super consistent, and this far along. And so she's going to attract people that are doing what she's doing. So therefore, her having this all access, all program group that's like a bod squad, she can put these people in there. And then when she finishes, if she decides that she's going to do the program focus, Transform 20, or if we go do the new 21-day fix program that's going to launch later, then she has that program focused group. But always, always has your all access, all program. You could get people that come in and they're like, I want P90X. Because that's what that rings the bell to them when they think of Beachbody, right? They're like, I want T25. And that's great because guess what? You're going to have scheduled posts. So one day a week of your entire work week, your entire work shift, you're going to pick one day a week to go into the Coach Online office, get the challenge group scripts that are all there for you and ready to go. And all you have to do is take a couple hours that one day to go in and schedule the To Be Mindset posts that are already ready for you. And then go in and schedule your all access, all program. They have ones that are more vague that don't need to say, welcome to day 1, Lift 4, right? Welcome to T25. And a post goes up. And honestly, guys, it doesn't even need to be something from the Coach Online office. It could be really fun images from Pinterest that just say like, I'm tired of giving up on myself. Boom, that one goes up on Monday. Tuesday, another one from Pinterest with the girl with her, sexy workout clothes. And she's like, because I didn't come this far to just quit. Day 3, they don't have to say all of this Beachbody stuff and have logos and have this. Cater it to you. Like that's something I'd like to see when I log in. I mean, geez, if I'm in a challenge group and a quote goes up every day, whoo, like that's going to inspire me. And there's so many ones to choose from. There's so many options. So that one is like a bod squad. And here's what's really great about that. This part is really exciting. That is your all access, all program group. So when a new program launches and you have this all access group, those are your girls. So who should get first pick to unlock a VIP program? Your girls that have already invested. They already have Beachbody on demand. They already trust you. Whether they dabbled in a little bit of a workout or they just completed Lift 4 or they just completed 21-day fix. When we get the option to unlock programs, which is how everything's just going to be from now on, and we get that early access, your girls should get that first opportunity. They get the VIP first. And you tell them, this is my list of 10 that I get to take on for my VIP for next month. If you want one of these spots, you got 48 hours to tell me because I'm going to start blowing up my Instagram about it. And that's the truth, guys. Give them that 48 hours. Give them that time. They deserve that. And then start blowing your stuff up, start posting it everywhere. And they get that first pick and they don't have to order it as a challenge pack because it's now a completion pack for them because they're in your bod squad, which means they already have Beachbody on demand. And before I go into the fourth group, some of you guys might be thinking or wondering, well, what if they're in my challenge group and I'm just a really nice coach, which I can like point and pick and grab which ones. What if I'm just a really nice coach and they're not on Beachbody On Demand and they're not on Shakeology? But I am pouring my heart into these people maybe they'll show up today. Maybe they'll click the poll that they did their workout, right? But they're just like, well, I know Rachel's going to do that because she loves me. Well, I know Melissa Rose is going to do this post, but I don't really feel like doing my workout today. So this is where the magic comes in. You get to level up. You get to make a nice little post announcing that 2019 is filled with changes and opportunities. You're going to be having a nutrition group, a program focus group, and your Beachbody On Demand all access group. So you can either invest in the nutrition group, you can invest and come on over and do Transformation or Transform 20 with me, or you can be in here on Beachbody On Demand and have your subscription. But if your subscription is up, you will be removed from the group. Thanks for 2018. So excited for 2019. No apologies. Girl, stop apologizing. Girl, wash your face. You had to be 18 to sign up. You guys all got balls. I know you guys. I know you. I know your stories. You can do it. All right. The fourth group is Sneak Peek. That one doesn't really require too much out of you, but that is your fourth group to be able to invite people into, because that means we're always allowing the opportunity to talk to people about joining us as coaches. If we are only talking about that right before it's about to happen, right before the coaching sneak peek comes up, maybe they didn't see that one Instagram story that you shared, that you were like, oh, tonight I'm going to be doing this, or tomorrow we're going to be sharing that. Maybe they didn't see that, and maybe they were like finger happy and they just happened to miss that. But if you know you have 4 groups that you're constantly inviting to, this is something as simple as every couple days you can share in your Instagram stories, or you can share on your Facebook, hey, if you missed my post sharing with you guys about, the nutrition group, you can leave your email below on this one. If you missed my post about the program focus, the program I'm doing, you can message me below here. Or if you saw one of my posts from the other day and you were wondering what I do as a coach and you wanted to come in that group, just leave me a message or leave me a comment or slide the thing over. Whatever it is that you want to do, whether they miss that conversation or not, doesn't really matter. You just gave them that second opportunity. You just said, hey, if you missed that and you wanted to be a part of it, just message me down here below. The reason why our team is lacking in Success Club is because we are inviting to one thing, one boot camp date. We all know that Transform 20, started on the 14th. And so everyone's so focused on that one date. And then when that date comes, they're like, oh, gotta wait till February 4th. But you don't. And that's not what we should be doing as coaches. We should be allowing people to have the opportunity to come into things whenever it's their time. See, we're putting our wants and our goals and our needs and our desires on everybody else's timeline, but we need to do it for them. We need to honor them. We're already coaches. We already know Beachbody works. We've already all had some kind of transformation. We have all already been feeling ourselves, okay, at certain times. These girls that you are meant to reach and impact haven't got there yet. So we can't say, hey, the 25th, that's it. Like, does that not work for you? Okay. You always got to constantly have something that you can invite people into. And so today's the 21st. So what if somebody says, well, I really do want to be in that boot camp. And then you're sitting here like, great, it doesn't start until this date. This is not one of the 4 groups, but this is something that you should think about. There is an option for you to have a waiting room. It would be an entirely different group, but it would be a really simple place. All it would be is a place that has a banner that says waiting room, and it's updated every month to when the next boot camp is. So if they join today on January 21st, that banner would say, welcome, your start date is February 4th. In the comments or in the caption, you'll see your next steps. Their next steps will be how to access their Beachbody on demand, how to get some recipes for their shake so we don't have to hear them tell us that they made it with water and it tastes like poop. I don't want you to make your shake with water either. I don't want you to drink poop. So I want to send you an image of 30 recipes that one of them you're like, holy crap, I can't believe I haven't been drinking this. This is like a healthy Reese's peanut butter cup. And telling them about their before pictures, that they're gonna want these, we know the drill. You might not like it. It might be uncomfortable, but trust me, you're going to want these. And that's it. They just have these 3 things. Here's how you access your Beachbody on demand. Here's some amazing recipes for you. I want to make sure you get your before pictures up. And then we're coaches. So we're going to be checking in with them. And we're going to be talking with them throughout getting them ready for that program. So that's an option for you guys to have your own little waiting room. You could do it with another coach. You could do it with an upline. You could do it with downline, whatever works for you. But please make note of knowing that it's okay for you to make a post in whatever community and challenge group, wherever you are right now, to say, these are the changes for the new year. You can't just keep getting taken advantage of. You have a career at your fingertips and you have what it takes. You came to this call and to this team and to this company for a reason. You don't have, there's no lid there. You can go as big and as far as you want, but you're not going to get there by catering to everybody and trying to just sit back and be walked all over. I mean, that applies to everything in your life, but it also applies to coaching too. You will shine and grow as a leader and as a coach the more you don't apologize, the more you just stand up and stand firm on it. Like, hey, this is how it goes. These are my 4 groups. Do any of these interest you? Awesome. I'll check back next month. It's okay. It's going to be their timing. And by you having those 4 groups to invite to, you're giving them options. So I'm just going to run through and make sure I covered everything for the groups. Oh, and then about the sneak peek, the 4th group, the best thing you can do when it comes to those is know when they are. So the team calendar is up. It's been posted in the pages, and in there it will tell you when all the next sneak peeks are for coaching. So if you're talking to someone and one has already passed, you can do something super out of your comfort zone, like set up a call. Like, hey, let's get on the phone. I can answer, I had just met Rachel on Instagram and we just hopped on a call. Like, okay, I'll just answer any questions that you have. Like, just come at me. And I didn't care that I felt unprepared, because I knew that if I didn't know her questions ahead of time, it meant that I was going to answer them, authentically. It meant that I was going to answer them to how I related to that question. And I was the person that she wanted as her coach. And so I didn't want like an FAQ for her to say, how do I make money with the company? Not that she asked that, but I wanted to answer it my way. Like, you show up, you get results, you invest in people, you honor yourself, you honor them, and you keep going. Answering it true to you is what's going to attract the right people to you, being truly yourself. So know those dates. If it's far away, get on a call with them, send messages back and forth. We also have tons of videos too, like so many videos from previous behind the scene calls. We have ones with, all of us and our upline coaches, plenty of things for them to plug into. And then when that date comes, you can say, all right, tomorrow is our big event. I want to make sure that we get you, a front row seat and get you plugged in. So Please hammer away at any questions about the groups that don't make sense, kind of make sense. You want, specifications on them. You should be able to unmute yourself and go ahead and let me know what you got.
Okay, so because I'm so new to this coaching thing, it's funny that you mentioned Lift 4 because I'm actually doing that program right now it's my third attempt. So like, how do I even start like becoming a coach? Because I'm not obviously on the same like preview program as you guys, and I don't have all these Facebook group made. I have one guy at school who has like seen me like lose 70 pounds over the last year and a bit, and he wants my help to lose weight, but I haven't like suggested any like Beachbody things to him yet, or like even said I'm a coach, but like I figure he could be my first I don't know person.
Like that big step of like getting it out there, right?
Yeah.
The best thing that you can do is show your results. He sees you in person. So he's literally like, he has watched you transform. So the trust is there. That's what's huge to in person. He trusts you, and you're in a place where he's like, well, if she tells me that that's what she did, I'm going to try it. And so in-person coaching and online coaching, different worlds, but so great for you to start out in person, him seeing you, knowing that it's real. And it's going to take that extra boost of courage one day to be like, well, this is what I did. And maybe even in your head, knowing like you have these bullet points and you have these 3 things you're going to say. And, telling him like, I actually just partnered with the company because my results just make me so proud and I know it works. And if you want, I can set you up, the same thing that I did, and kind of explain Beachbody On Demand to him. I would just tell him that it's kind of like Netflix for workouts, and he can do it from anywhere, and he can, pick and choose programs that really cater to him, and that it's for all ages and body types, and, that you would be his coach. He could, check into a group every day. He could share recipes. And just think of like what you would want to be told. Like if you were starting your journey and somebody was like, oh, okay, I could check in every day and, I could be held accountable. And you'd start making, notes in your own planner, like, all right, every Sunday morning, I'm going to text him and see how he's doing and see how he's feeling. And that's how you'll kind of start growing. And then you'll do the same thing with, virtual, with online coaching. You'll have your list of people and you'll have, the programs that they're doing. Maybe you're going to be like way beyond where I am, and you'll be like super Google Streak or, organized and all this stuff. I'm like pen and paper. I'm like, all right, Samantha's on week 8. Kill it, girl. Like I am so pen and paper for 6 years, and it's just like, I love it. But, it's just that first step of like, this is what I'm doing. And I can show you the same steps.
Because we did our first workout together today, and we didn't do any like Beachbody stuff. We just went on the elliptical. But like he's like invested, and he's like wants to copy everything I did. I've done. Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah. But I don't really have any knowledge on like the nutrition side of Beachbody, because I kind of like figured that part out on my own, like through like being like plant-based and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if that can be applied to Beachbody, or if they have like a separate like nutrition program for like vegans or vegetarians or whatever.
Yeah. So all the programs come with a meal plan, and they've gotten so much better with it. And they now do have like vegetarian, vegan options. Even some of the stuff is like on Pinterest. Like if you put in like 21-day fixed meal plan, boom, it's like vegan, vegetarian, this and that, all these things will just kind of like pile in, and you'll literally, you can print things and be like, hey, here's the vegan plan. Because there's a lot of people that kind of just, you cater it to how you're eating and what works well for you. But you could tell him like, if that's not the route that he wanted to go, but that's what works for your body and, your lifestyle, you could tell him this is the meal plan that comes with it. And then these are the 3 different categories, and you could pick, and he would literally cater it to, his weight, his goals, height, like everything. So everything is there. And that's the best part with Beachbody is I would say like 99% of us are not, you know, trained in this, are not nutritionists and dietitian, but we are, you know, we're the vehicle, right? And they have all the tools and we're the connecting piece to the people. And then Beachbody is like, well, we're professionals at this. We have the best workout programs. We have all these, you know, trainers and dietitians and nutrition. Like, okay, yeah, just give me those. Cause I'm just writing posts. You know what I mean? Like, I just love on the people and be like, girl, you're going to love that after picture. So yeah, definitely just once you get more comfortable and you share it, I know it's kind of that big like Beachbody word comes out like I'm a coach, you know, but you can just share your own story with it. That's the best thing you can do when it comes to you posting, when it comes to you talking to people in person. Share why you built trust here and why you keep coming back, why you feel good here and why you believe in all of it. So
thank you.
Yeah, and congratulations, 70 freaking pounds.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, does anybody else have anything about the groups or anything else? Where's Nikki? Is she driving or does she have to go? She's probably doing something with kids. I hope she heard all this because I know she's going to have questions. How about you, Rach? How do you feel about everything?
You just there to call on me because I'll talk. Sorry, that's just me.
Don't act like you know me.
I think one of the really great things about it is that the 4 groups gives you lots of options. One of the best things that I did first starting that Coco set me up with is starting my own group. So whether I had 1 girl or 10 or 100, right, which we all hope to have one day, is you're just setting the expectation even with that 1 girl who's following you. So talk to your coach, ask them like, is it the right time to start my group? And just trust that if you're already asking that question, then the answer is probably yes. For myself, I did not jump on the To Be Mindset bandwagon because I was trying to get a hold of my whole process. So now would probably be a really great time for me to look and say, okay, I can do this now and set up my own group and start talking about this more, because really it's a lot of cake to eat at the same time if we're trying to do the whole everything. So it's like, if you're comfortable, start there. And for me, it was just having an all access group. And then I grew to a membership group. And now I can say I can do a nutrition only group. So it's like, just start where you're comfortable. Go from there. You will grow. When Coco was bringing up that there's 4 groups, you know, like at first I'm like, oh my God, that's overwhelming. But when you kind of just look at it, you're like, it's just giving people exactly what they want. People want to customize everything from their ice cream to their vehicle to, I mean, everything. People want to pick and choose every little bit of it. So if you make this be a fully customizable plan for them, like right there, people are already like, oh, well, Beachbody makes me buy supplements. Beachbody makes me do the program. You're breaking that barrier by saying, no, you get to pick a la carte anything that you would like to do. And so that for me was really kind of the way I rethought about it, to think, okay, this isn't like boxing me in, it's giving me more options. Yeah. So if you, I was gonna ask a question. The program focus, would you kind of just explain, because I think whenever we talked about it initially, you giving the guidelines of the time set really helped understand like the program focus. So you were speaking to like, it starts this date, it ends this date, and then you're done worrying about it. So it doesn't feel like it's all the time.
Yes. So that is a really important part, because one, thank you for bringing that up. Starting together, people fall off because, let's say, you know, Rachel starts on the 14th and then you're promoting, you know, this is my program focus group, this is Transform 20. And so someone comes in on the 18th and they're like, oh, that girl's 4 days in. They're already most likely overweight. They're already overwhelmed. And now they just came into a group and they feel like they're 4 days behind. Okay, so that's what would happen in your all access group. If you're doing Transform 20 and you're like, oh yeah, I had this VIP round, but yeah, you can still come in. First of all, you just made your VIP like null and void because you're still letting people come in. So you just ruined that. Secondly, that motivation of everyone starting on day one is like, wait a second, she's on day 1, she's on day 8, this girl's doing lift 4 and she's in week 8, this one's on day 1, this program. And that's why I am ready to implement the change, because that motivation when everyone is starting on the same day is freaking fire. Like everyone is like, took my before pictures, took my pictures, meal prep, same day. And everyone has the same day 1 and the same week 2 day 1 and the same week 3 day 1. And then everybody graduates the program on the same day when it's a program focused group. So then you get to share in your stories and in your posts and all over the world that you're, 16 girls or your 6 girls all graduated this program today. And together you guys lost this amount. How the hell are you going to do that if you have 27 people on 27 different things? It's chaotic, let me tell you firsthand. And so this is like clarity, and it doesn't feel like an additional thing on my plate. It feels like I can honor the masses, and it feels like I can honor all of the women who happen to be watching but don't quite feel that connecting piece, because I keep talking about my damn step and I keep talking about this one program, and they can't get their way in because they just want to focus on how to not hate themselves because they got wasted last night and had a whole box of pizza. I want to help her because I love pizza and I love alcohol too. You know what I mean? Like there just has to be different focuses and different ways to reach them. And so that program focus group is just so specific and, has these boot camp dates. And what's so great is that before Marcy and Rachel and I knew about this plan and this idea, we made that team calendar. And it still has day 1 boot camp dates. Everything is still perfectly in line. Because why? Because God was like, hey, I'm going to do you guys right for 2019. And you guys put in all this work for that calendar. So I'm not going to just ex-nay the whole thing. So the boot camp dates are up there. And those are still perfect for program focused groups. And you can still honor everybody with the BOD squad. So yes, that is such important information to add in there. And I'm so glad we are still recording because it really does help. And just that fire, everyone starting together and ending together. And I guess I never really thought about if I were a brand new person coming in and I'm thinking everyone is on day 0 and everyone starts tomorrow with me. Like, oh my gosh, tomorrow's the big day. And then this girl writes, I just finished. I'm all complete. Like I lost, 17 pounds or whatever. And you're like, oh, yeah, you can find inspiration in that, but you got to think this could be the first time. Like when I did P90X, my very first thing ever starting Beachbody, I didn't know challenge groups existed. That could have been amazing for my soul, but I was so overwhelmed and I was so overweight. And to think that I could have been in this group where everyone was like cheering it on, it was like an hour-long program a day. That was hard enough. But to have people beside you and doing it all with you and checking in and all that kind of stuff. So yes. We can just.
Can I just add?
Yeah.
That the best thing you can do if you're running a Facebook group is utilize the scheduling feature, because I spend, like Coco said, I spend 12 hours, like that's one business day that I just focus on plugging into my groups, and I schedule out all the posts every day, all my polls every day. That way, all I have to do is go to that group and contribute from the bat. Contribute to your challenge group means you are a challenger, right? So that means I get to check a little box because I go in, I record, I had my shake. I'm not trying to do the business in my business hours, because then my day would be literally sitting at the computer all day, and that's the whole purpose is to get away from the computer and to spend time with our families and have the fun and do the things that we dream about, not sit in front of a computer and make a Facebook entry, because it's hard enough just to do our daily posts. Like, you know, so make the business side easy for yourself and schedule them out, have them come out the same time every time, so that I know at 2 a.m. my girls are waking up, because I'm not up yet, that they are waking up to everything is ready for them the next day. Because the more you can, my internet's unstable, I'm in the middle of the ocean, the more you can have ready for you, the better the possible. So that's what I was going to say, that was very, very helpful in taking away the daunting thought of having all these groups. So make sure you use that.
Yeah, like you will have one really long day a week, you know, but it's no different than my husband being like, I'm going to work an 18-hour shift around a bunch of criminals so that I could have a better work week at home. It's the same type of thing, right? It's like, have a really long work day where your butt hurts and your eyes hurt and your fingers hurt. And, you know, you're like, but guess what? I'm going to have a better work week. I'm going to be a better mom this week. I'm going to be more involved. I'm going to be in a better mood. I'm going to have all this extra time. Because if we were doing that every single day for every single group, wholly exhausting. I mean, that's a drag. So yeah. Does anybody else want to say anything? Jessie, how do you feel about the 4 groups?
Okay, so I've been sitting here, and so I'm planning out my nights, because I'm thinking, as far as 4 groups go, I can totally do 4 groups, but I'm going to have to do, like, it takes me, I usually plan for the week or schedule my posts for the week, because it takes me about 45 minutes or so to get everything up how I want it and scheduled.
Mm-hmm.
So if I do, you know, like 1 a night, that's 4 nights a week, and I could totally knock it out probably in, you know, a day or whatever, but you know, work, kids and all of that. And so I don't want to take away from them, and I still want to go to bed at some point.
Yeah.
So no, I'm thinking, I'm kind of excited. This gives me, this actually is more organization.
Yes.
Seems like more work, but it's more organized. I have people that can go, and I have people I can talk to and say, well, I have this going, or I have this going. And it's actually not an anxiety thing, which
that makes me happy. Yes, I want to know how, you know, my girls that like can get, you know, that anxiety, like I want you guys to feel the organization of it, and that it actually can like spread things out, you know? So
right. And I'm not gonna like to get my group set up. So I'm sitting here thinking, I've got 4 groups, so I need to pick 4 nights this week to get them set up. And then I can work next week on getting my post schedule. I'm not going to completely just kill myself to try and get it set up, because then it won't be like I want it anyway.
Right.
Because it'll be sloppy.
Yeah.
So,
and it'll just drive you nuts and stress you out. So,
right. So no,
or you could always just pick one that you really want to focus on, 1 or 2, and say like, because we know like the sneak peek is, we do that as a team. So there's not as much there. Like you could divide and conquer too, because remember, you're always going to change, and your groups are going to change and grow as you do. So it's never going to be the way you start it. So